from the world of Robloxia. Many determined Robloxians have accepted the challenge to become a ninja warrior of Roblox. Divided into 4 extreme stages, competitors face the ultimate test of speed, balance, and ultimate skill. Many have tried, 5 have succeeded. Will we see another? Now let's see who will become the very next Ninja Warrior of Roblox. Welcome back to Ninja Warrior of Roblox. In the last episode, our first 30 challengers took on the course, but all 30 were defeated. Now today, our next 30 competitors will take on Stage 1. Will we finally see someone defeat this brutal course, or at least this first stage? Let's find out. We now head down to the course, where the competition is about to continue. First on to take on the course today is newcomer TNT Balbina123. I certainly said a mouthful there. Anyway, yeah, if you don't remember, we have 100 challengers taking on the course. We went through the first 30 in the last episode. Now today, the next 30 will take them on. Let's hope we can find someone who can beat the course. Or at least this first stage. Anyway, he's onto the rolling boulder. Does it quite nicely, onto the rising steeples. Onto the first one. Yeah, these steeples just get higher and farther apart. And he's done through them. It's onto the danger climb. A former stage 2 obstacle. It's onto it. Oh, and just goes over. Yummy. Next up is returning veteran Flying Pugs. A veteran here taking on the course for his 4th time. Yeah, 4th time taking on the course. Last turn though, he fell, I think, on the... Can't remember what obstacle it was. Well, anyway, he's onto the rolling boulder, and he's done it. Onto the rising steeples. Veteran because he made stage 3 in the past, as well as stage 2. Oh, and he's fallen in the rising steeples. Won't get to stage 2 or 3 in this tournament. Next up is newcomer Li Chi. Yeah, it's that rock climbing veteran of Ninja Warrior, or Sasuke. Yeah, that's it. Anyway, he's onto the dancing stones. Uses side jump technique to get to the last stone, and it works. He's onto the rolling boulder. Still got 62 seconds. He's got it rolling. Managed to stay on the boulder, and he's done it. Onto the rising steeples. Yes, he knows the trick to doing it, and used the side jump technique to complete it. Now he's onto the danger climb. Onto the top. Pauses. And uses it to beat the danger climb. He's onto the ramp jumps. Using side jump. Oh, and it doesn't work to get to the second ramp. That's too bad. Next up is the Jinksta. I like that name, the Jinksta. Anyway, let's see how he does on the dancing stones. Good. Good pace. Taking his time on each jump, making sure he got each jump just right. Oh, and he fails getting to the final stone. Next up is Stupid S50. Hey! Stupid S50 irregular, taking on the... His 3rd time taking on the course, and he started before the landslide, so that's a 5-second penalty. He's still doing a pretty fast pace, so I think for the next tournament, the penalty for starting without the landsliding up is 10 seconds. Yeah, if you start before the landsliding up, you get time penalized. For him, it was 5 seconds, but doesn't seem to make the cut, so next time it's going to be 10-second penalty if you start before the landslide up. You should wait because it gives me a chance to record you. But he's falling the anyway. It doesn't really matter. Next up is Pimpin' Austin 150. Hey! Newcomer. He started before the landslide up too. You cannot do that. You get in trouble for that. And he's fallen. So it doesn't really matter in the end. Next up is Bobby Says Derp. Regular who made his debut in the 3rd tournament. And I think he fell on the... was it the spinning bridge where he fell in tournament 3? I can't remember. Well, anyway, he's onto the rolling boulder. And he's done it. He's onto the rising steeples. Going through it, bunny hopping and falling. Alright, next up is Stooge Guy 10, another regular, who made his debut, just like a lot of people, in the third tournament. It's on to the Dancing Stones. Or he takes on the Dancing Stones. And he's done it! In just under 10 seconds, he's onto the Rolling Boulder. Can he do it? Oh, no he can't. He's just fallen at the end. Too bad for Stooge. Next up is Yo-Yo1288, the sister of Reverend Dusklord 10. She made her debut in the third tournament, and missed out on the last tournament. Let's see if Dancing Stones. Oh no!
My goodness!
Oh, she's fallen on the Dancing Stones. Yeah, she tried using the side jump technique, but just wasn't 100% accurate. Following that, more newcomers took on the course, and none of them were any more successful. Seeing more fails on obstacles that barely took out anyone in the previous episode, like the rolling boulder and the ramp jumps. Wow, already 45, halfway through this episode. Anyway, next up is regular Shingo Yamamoto. Again, made his debut in the third tournament. He fell in the round beam in that tournament. And in a pretty awesome way, too. Well, he's past the Dancing Stones pretty fast, onto the Rolling Boulder. And clears it, too. He's onto the Rising Steeples. Well, he's finally past the second obstacle. But not past the third one. He's fallen. Next up is the Dumb's Noob. Another regular take on the course for his third time. I think missing out on the last tournament? Not too sure. Well, anyway, he's past the Dancing Stones. He's onto the Rolling Boulder. How he does? He's done it. Onto the Rising Steeples. How will he do here? He'll do well. He's onto the Danger Climb. Up the truss. Make sure he gets his jump right, and he's done it. He's onto the ramp jumps. Got through him pretty fast. Still got 40 seconds. Less 4 seconds as he beats the spinning bridge. He's onto the Great Wall. He's trying to use the traditional method, trying to jump over, but you cannot do that. You gotta use that truss. That roping though. He's done it. He's onto the Tarzan ropes. Can he do it? He's onto the first. Oh no!
Excellent!
Fell between the first and second rope, and he's fallen. Oh, he was so close. The closest so far to reach the end of the stage. Alright, next up is newcomer Waffles Man 31. That's the closest the Dumb's Noob has been to clearing the first stage. Anyway, see how he does here. Onto the Rolling Boulder. Doing quite nicely. Oh, but he's
Bloody!
Couldn't stay on the boulder. Next up is TJMK, taking on the Ninja Warrior Roblox course for the first time. On the Dancing Stones. Going at a pretty slow pace. Oh, but falls get to the second to the last stone. At least on the left side. Next up is Hitoshi Kano, taking on the course for a second time. He fell on the Great Wall. Or he timed down the Great Wall, at least. Well, before he can get his revenge on it, he's got to get past all these other obstacles first that stand in his way. Past the Dancing Stones, onto the Rolling Boulder. He's having a hard time getting it rolling, but he's got it rolling, and oh, he appears to be stuck. Well, let's transition to get him out of that mess and continue the clock. Alright, on to the Rising Steeples. Time may be against him here because... Oh, but he's fallen. He didn't even get to jump to the third steeple. Already, halfway through the entire competition, and not one has beat stage 1. Will we finally get someone to do it? Well, hopefully, we may start to see our first clear because the next bidder is Bumpei Shiratori. Bumpei Shiratori is a grand champion of Roblox Ninja Warrior. He made his debut in the 3rd tournament here, where he was so close to achieving total victory. He was just seconds away from the button. In the last tournament, he shocked everyone, and I guess probably himself, by failing on the very last obstacle. Can he get his revenge this time around? He makes his way to the start line, and here he is. On to the dancing stones. Pretty decent pace. And he's done it. It's on to the rolling boulder. Getting it rolling. Here he goes. He's the first one to actually do it facing 4 before turning around. The rolling boulder is. And he's beating the rising steeples. Alright. Onto the danger climb. Made to the top. Makes the jump. He's onto the ramp jumps. Kind of glitch, but makes it through. He's onto the spinning bridge. Uh-oh. 4th ball causing him troubles. Can he recover from this? Come on, Bumpei. Yes! He's onto the Great Wall. He gets up in one go. He's onto the Tarzan ropes. This took out 2 before him. Makes it to the 2nd. It's on to the 3rd. Now he's got to make that drop down before he can continue. He's having a little trouble. He's got to the 4th, to the 5th. Come on, one more. One more. Can he make it? Yes! Up the rope. He's gonna clear, finally! Bumpei Shiratori becomes the first competitor to defeat Stage 1, proving that this stage can be beaten. Yes! He took on the course just like a champion would. Anyway, he's gone through the obstacles, and he had a little struggle on the spinning bridge, but he managed to recover and defeat it, and took on the rest of the course in style. Sort of. Close call on the Tarzan ropes, but he managed to beat it, and he's become our first competitor to advance to Stage 2. Way to go, Bumpei. Alright, next up is Newcomer Ninjas for Life 55. Interesting name. Whoa! Beats his dancing stones in probably the fastest time ever. It's onto the rolling boulder. Got it rolling. Rising steeples. He's also beaten this in his fast time ever. He didn't really need to slow down to beat it. Beating the danger climb. He's onto the ramp jumps. He's going so fast I can barely keep up with him. Spinning bridge. Beat it. This is amazing. He's onto the Great Wall. He gets up it in one go. He's onto the Tarzan ropes. Whoa, he's going I'm so fast. I haven't seen a competitor this fast since the last tournament. And he beats Stage 1 as well. Alright.
Outstanding.
Very outstanding. He breezed through the obstacles. He did not need a break for anything because he managed to get them at a very fast pace, and making sure he didn't slip up on any of them. He becomes the 2nd competitor to take on the brand new Stage 2. And I'm already having high hopes for this competitor as well. We will see this guy in Stage 2 in a future episode. After his success, more newcomers took on the course. Unfortunately, neither of them could match his success. Alright, next to take on the course is regular Alex2309. Taking on this course for his 2nd time. Come on, dude. Start going. Go. Wasted 10 seconds, already doing the dancing stuff. Well, he's still got time at least. He's gonna have to pick up the pace a little bit. Beating the dancing stones, he's onto the rolling boulder. And he looks like Bardock. Must have a thing for DBZ at the moment. Onto the rising steeples. How will he do? Oh, he falls getting to the 3rd. Next up is Undefeated Jake. Well then, if he's undefeated, maybe we shouldn't see anything for him. Will he be defeated for the first time? Yep, he's been defeated. He's no longer undefeated. Alright, last competitor to take on the course is returning veteran Chubbs 26. Another competitor who has competed in every single Ninja Warrior Roblox tournament. He's competed since Tournament 1, and is no different here. He's a veteran because he's made the stage 2 and 3 in the past. Of course, it's a lot different how that fit him. He did compete in the last tournament and failed on the spinning bridge. Let's see if he can get his revenge on stage 1 today. So far, so good. He's onto the ramp jumps. Now the spinning bridge just took him out in the last turn. Can he get his revenge on it? Oh, no.
Impressive.
He's been defeated again by the spinning bridge. Yeah, his failure is that he just failed getting to the edge of that last ball to make the dismount. Today, the next 30 competitors took on stage 1, but 28 were left with defeat, with more regulars and newcomers falling on the very first stage. But where they failed, 2 more competitors did rise up to defeat the obstacles and prove that stage 1 can be beaten, and will move on to the all-new stage 2. And they are veteran Bunpei Shiratori, clearing and making his return to stage 2, and newcomer Ninjas for Life 55, clearing with the fastest time so far. These 2 will take on the brand new stage 2. Before then, we have 40 more competitors left to run the first stage. Will any of them join these 2 in the second stage? With more left to run, stay tuned for more heart-pounding performances, more awkward appearances, and more Ninja Warrior of Roblox.